Hey, it's Dr. Brooke. We're back with another edition of Southboro Wellness celebrates Southboro women. And I have another fabulous, wonderful lady with us today, a good friend of mine, Chelsea Malinowski. She has 3 of the most adorable children you will ever meet in your life. I literally cannot take her children when they're around. They're so cute. I'm super excited to have Chelsea here so she can talk about what she's doing in town and some really cool upcoming events. So thanks for being here, Chelsea.
Thank you.
Let's get started. First of all, tell us how long you've been in Southboro.
6.5 years.
6.5 years, great.
Yes.
And you've got 3 little ones at home.
3, yes.
And just transitioning sort of from full-time work to
Yes.
being at home with the kids.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Chelsea is currently president of Southboro Kindergroup.
Yes.
And when did that start?
June.
In June.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about what made you decide to do that and why
Right.
you're loving doing it.
So I joined Kindergroup after I had my second child to get some alone time with my first.
Yeah.
So I would take him, and I really felt like I connected with a lot of the other parents there, and I felt like my oldest really made some of his close friends who he still has today. So it was nice to go to something in town that people had similar age kids.
Sure.
And
First of all, can I interrupt you a second? Let me back up, because I didn't even explain. I just assume people in Southboro know what Southboro Kindergroup is,
sure.
but they may not, and there might be other people watching. So before we go further
Sure.
with that, tell us a little bit more about what Southboro Kindergroup is.
So it's a weekly play group
Yep.
that runs from September until June, and there's 2 days a week that Kindergroup is offered. Right now it's Tuesdays and Fridays.
Yep.
And you sign up for whichever day works for your schedule, and you take your child or children once a week, and we have a monthly field trip that we go to. We're doing a few new things this year that we're pretty excited about. We're going to do a movie day with a projector and have the kids dress up in jammies
Oh, how cute is that?
and some stuff like that. So we're working on some new offerings that goes along with it. We also have member night outs for parents, or one or the other if they can't get a sitter.
Yep.
And so they have some fun things like a haunted hayride for that.
Awesome.
So we hopefully will have our yearly calendar published at the beginning of September that will kind of illustrate the days that we'll have certain events coming up. And then again, the weekly playgroup is once a week and in the morning, and some people bring multiple children, some people bring their babies and get some social time, but it's great to meet people in town, and we have a lot of working parents who also are members. Fridays is a good option for some people who have some more flexible schedules. They can partake in the Friday Kindergroup play dates,
Yeah.
or they could be a social member, which means that they attend the field trips and the member night out. So we have an open house coming up September 12th. If
Yeah.
anybody's interested in more information, it's going to be at the Community House at 7:30. You don't have to be a current member to come. If you're interested in getting more information, we'll be presenting some data there, and the board will be available for any questions that people have.
That's awesome. So I love that you have an option for working moms too, so they can feel
That's great,
involved.
yeah.
I did Southboro Kindergroup with my youngest, because by the time we moved to Southboro, the other 2 were already in school. And it really is a great way, not only for your kids to make friends, and first of all, you're getting out of the house,
Right.
but your kids make friends, but also I still have friends that I met in Kindergroup, and I think everyone in Southboro says that, which
Right.
is a really nice thing.
Right.
But it's great to have the option. If there was a social membership when I was there, maybe I just didn't know about it. But it's nice to have that option, because working moms,
Right.
they need a network too.
Right.
So it's
Right.
nice that you have that option so that they can be involved too and meet other
Right.
moms. And then certainly if they're working, if there's a babysitter at home with your child, they can
Right.
still partake if they want
Correct.
their children to meet friends and play with other kids in town.
Right, so we have
Which is great,
grandparents who bring their kids to the weekly play groups, or caregivers that aren't necessarily the parent come as well. And we also have we have some community events that we run, like Santa Day, the Easter egg hunt, that a lot of working parents will volunteer on those committees. So that's also a nice way
That's
to meet
great.
other people.
Yeah.
They mostly meet at night. They'll meet at someone's house, 7 to 8 o'clock. and it's not a huge time commitment, but it's nice to get to know a smaller group of parents as well. So we have a lot of working ones sign up for those events, and we're also starting a new walking group. You don't have to be a member of Kindergroup to do it. We're trying to attract people who maybe are new to town and want to try to connect with other families, or maybe somebody who's on maternity leave and is wanting to meet somebody with younger kids and doesn't want to commit to the weekly play group.
Sure.
With a younger child. So it's going to be on Monday mornings at Chestnut Hill Farm, starting I think September 16th.
That's awesome. So Monday mornings at Chestnut Hill.
Yes.
And you don't have to be a member?
You don't have to be a
do
member.
that?
Nope. So it's just going to be a meetup for a walk
Okay.
for an hour or so. If you have a more rugged stroller, I think you can bring that
Okay.
to go through the
Sure,
trail
'cause you're
there.
gonna be on the trails.
Right.
And do you have to sign up, or you show
Nope.
up?
You can just show up.
Okay, that's an awesome thing too. Because if
Yes.
you do have a little one that you're not
Right.
necessarily going out to the Kindergroup playtime, you could put the little one in the stroller and
Right.
go, like a
Right.
baby. Right?
Yes. Yes.
That's awesome.
So it'll be great for people who have maybe older children in preschool
Sure.
and maybe a younger child that they want to bring,
Yeah.
or they're a first-time mom and
I
would
love
like
that.
to, get out, give something for them to do that they're not committed to do every week.
Yeah. So, and Santa Day is a big deal. That'll come up in November, and the Easter
Yes.
egg hunt is also a big deal.
Yes.
We'll share the links for Southboro Kindergroup. Can everybody find all that information
Yes.
on your website?
Yes.
Perfect. So you guys will get all that after the video. I totally cut you off at the start. Let's backtrack
Okay.
to what made you decide to take on this role? Because that's a big job. So
It is.
kudos to you.
Yeah. I think like you had said, I just kind of transitioned from working full-time to being with my kids, and I can't sit still. So the timing was right for me.
Yeah.
And I enjoy kind of the event planning, and this is stuff that I really haven't had time to do, being a full-time employee and having 3 kids at home. So I wanted to do something to give back, and what better way than to help with kids, right?
Yeah.
And something that my children can benefit from. And I had some ideas of things that I wanted to add to the program. I think it's evolved a lot over the last few years. And I saw that there were some other things that I'd like to see kind of happen. And it's a great board of women that are on the Kindergroup board.
Yeah.
So it's nice because I can rely on certain people to do things. So
Yeah, not too long ago.
everybody's definitely willing. It's not just me kind of
Yeah.
doing everything. There's a great group that are involved with it, and really the coordinators who run the Tuesday and Friday days are the faces of the weekly play groups.
Awesome.
And so they do a lot of work, and there's social coordinators who help with all the field trips and planning the mom's night outs, and so there's a lot of coordination that goes on kind of behind the scenes, and everybody puts a lot of time into it, and it's just nice to have kind of that support system to keep things moving forward.
That's awesome. Good for you guys. So we'll put the links up to the website for Southboro Kindergroup. They can find out about days and schedule and when you guys meet.
Yes.
Run us by one more time when your open house is, if somebody's interested
Sure.
and they want to join.
So it's September 12th.
Okay.
It's a Thursday night at 7:30 at
Okay.
the community
At
house.
the community house. Okay.
Yes.
That,
And
okay.
if they're interested in signing up, then I can give you that information, just so I know how many people to plan for.
Yeah, that sounds great. So you'll give us links for sign up?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. We'll add that too. So if you want to go to open house, we'll add the link to this post for the sign up so you can sign up beforehand.
Perfect.
Do you have to sign up? I mean, you want them to, but if they miss it, they
Right.
can still go.
Yes.
Okay. And then you had mentioned, let's segue to events. We talked about Santa Day and
Mhm.
the egg hunt, but you
Mhm.
also have Southboro Kindergroup is planning another great event that's going to be happening the early part of November.
Yes.
So
yes.
why don't you talk
So,
about that for us?
along with Southboro Wellness, we're doing a 5K and family fun run for the Schifrin family.
Yeah.
So we're really excited about this. We've never done an event like this before, and I personally have never done an event like this before, so we're learning a lot along the way.
Big learning curve.
But I think we're in great shape. I mean, people have offered to help, and it's been kind of really wonderful to see the people in the community want to help the Schifrins. All the money will be donated to them.
Yeah,
so
directly. Yeah.
and they've done a lot of fundraising and making ALS awareness part of kind of their family's what their family's mission is right now. And so we kind of thought that it would be nice for Kindergroup to try to do something to directly support them. And so this idea was thrown around probably the end of the spring last year, before I had taken over as president. And after watching Christine's interview with you, I thought this would be good timing to kind of step up and have a community event where they could see people that they don't even know supporting them. So.
I love that. That gives me the chills because, sorry, the air conditioning just went on. Hopefully you can hear us. But yeah, so for those of you that don't know the Schifrins, we had Christine on, I believe it was last month, or maybe it was the month before, and she talked about what her and her family have been dealing with. Her husband Brian has ALS. I believe he was diagnosed about 2 years ago, and so naturally, as the condition has progressed, they find themselves having more needs. And as Chelsea said, everything that they've been doing has been really to support ALS research and help for others with ALS, which is fabulous. But Chelsea came to me after watching Christine's video and thought, what if we could do something and all the funds would go directly to the Schifrins to help them. So that's what this 5K is about. And by the way, you've never even met Christine.
No.
So she emailed me out of the blue one day and said, I saw your video, what do you think, would you partner with us? And I was like, first of all, you're amazing. It's just such a nice, it really is touching to see other people, and I know your board's working too, and I think some of them don't even know the Schifrins. So it's just, again, our town is so amazing. We're so fortunate to be in a town that cares about people so much, even if you don't necessarily know them firsthand. So anyway, definitely we'll add the links also to how to sign up for the race, right? We'll put that at the end of this. That's going to be on November 2nd at 9:30 a.m., right? And try to register by September 30th. What else? You're doing something else in town. Tell us about that.
So I'm on the advisory committee in town. I'm probably 15 months in to a 3-year term. And that's been also a learning experience for me, but I've thoroughly enjoyed getting to understand town finances and kind of how town works operationally. I've had the opportunity to meet with a lot of the town department heads and understand how their budgets work and how they operate on a day-to-day basis. So I got to sit at the front of the room at town meeting for the first time, so that was kind of a different perspective.
Yeah, sure.
But I enjoy kind of using my brain, and I can't really sit still, so it's been a good fit for me. It's nice, my committee's kind of made up of kind of all walks of life, which I think is really important in an advisory committee.
Sure.
Then you have, different perspectives, and, we all listen to kind of what each one thinks about a certain issue, and then you take a vote. And it's nice to have that kind of conversation and help to kind of lead our town, hopefully down a good financial path, and understand where our tax dollars are being spent. So I really enjoy kind of diving into that and hopefully adding value to where our town's going in the near future.
Yeah. Good for you. You are a busy lady. And by the way, everything she's doing is volunteer positions, so that's amazing. And thank you for doing all that for the town. Last thing, because you are clearly busy, and you have 3 little ones at home that keep you very busy.
Yes.
We always talk about stress management around here, because it's so important to your health. Can you share with us something that you like to do for stress management? Do you have time for that nowadays?
Sure. So I get adjusted, so that's a plus for me. And I do enjoy getting massages once in a while, so that's helpful. And I usually, when I'm stressed, I do well if I work out. So if I can get 30 minutes in the morning before the kids get up, that's a bonus for me.
That's awesome.
And yeah, that's about it.
Great. So you're going to start running, get ready for that 5K.
That's right.
Yeah. By the way, if you're not a runner, it's a walk run. So don't please so little ones will be able to partake in something.
Yes.
All
that'd be
right.
great.
Thank you so much for
Thank
coming.
you.
We'll put all the links to Chelsea and what she's doing and the race and Kindergroup down below. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks again.
Thank you.